Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in to All in Our Heads, the podcast with me and my boy Joe Fernandez. If you're a new listener, welcome to the show. We do it every week. It's been a couple of but past month we've only doing like two because we've been kind of busy. But if you're new, it's a weekly podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Joe, what's the best way to listen? What do you think the best way is?
We like the Laughable app. Go to laughable.com/download and download the Laughable app. You can subscribe to our podcast and Mike and mine's individual profiles. They support comics. That's why we like to promote Laughable. They're not making a lot of money. They're not really making money on that app yet. So this guy Ned created it because he's a comedy fan and he's hoping to make money one day. But he's really helps get the word out to comics. It's if you're a fan of comedy, go there because you can follow all your favorite comics at laughable.com on the app. So good podcast this week. We missed last week, but we had a 3-hour one the week before, so you had plenty of us.
Plenty of merch. Plenty of material to listen to.
What did we talk about in the Thanksgiving extravaganza? We didn't
even talk about Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you're listening to us, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We talked about my Florida trip. We talked about
Florida. We talked about the sexual harassment stuff and the positives and negatives to it, maybe.
Talked about shitty hotels.
Shitty hotels and that show Smilf.
Yeah.
And we talked about a couple of things. Another thing that took a lot of time, I just can't remember what it was.
Can't remember. But if you listen to the podcast, you'll find out.
You will.
So check it out, everybody.
You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Can you hear me?
I can. You sound like shit, though.
All right. What does it sound like? What's wrong with it? Tell me.
Sound like you're talking in like a CB radio or some shit.
Because I'm talking into a CB radio, so it's perfect.
All right, so then you sound great.
I don't know. I got these like new headsets that I thought they're like Bluetooth, so maybe there's something happening in that.
No, it sounds fine. We got to get you a microphone. I'm gonna get you one for Christmas, I think.
I'll get one. Christmas, what am I, fucking 11? I'm going to get you one for Christmas, Mikey boy. Thanks, guys.
Got you get back on the microphone. You know what I mean?
I know, I do. What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Fucking Thanksgiving and shit. Fucking thankful.
Fucking Thanksgiving and shit. You fucking thankful.
I'm very thankful. Got a good life.
You do, man. You do. You do have a good life.
Yeah, I can't complain, you know?
No.
I mean, I do to myself while I walk alone, but...
Cody gets the complaints.
Yeah, he's like...
Fucking hike. It's like, that's why he walks so far ahead of you.
Yeah.
You talk to yourself.
Yeah,
this fucking guy is going to kill himself one day.
He's stringing too many mumbly words together. He hasn't said sit or nothing yet in a while. Should I ask him for paw? Why don't you give me paw? You look like you need that.
You know, like, you think that he wants to hang out because he needs you to hang out with him. I think he's the other way around. I think he's like, let me just go get Joe. Fucking this guy. If I don't go in there, he'll lay in bed all day. Let me see if he wants to go out and get some air.
No, we need each other. That's one I mean, pets. Like, I've always had pets, but it's like, he's just the definite in life. Like, there's no, like, you're guaranteed a good time, guaranteed happiness. There's no bullshit. Right. It's just, that's the good thing about a dog. I don't know all pets, because cats could be a little standoffish and like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to go sit in a cabinet for a few hours.
Moody.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about cats. Like, cats, like if you go, come here, come here, Felix, they don't fucking dart over to you. They fucking sashay, eventually make it over to you. Did they come because you called them, or they come because they wound up by you? You never can go, come here, buddy. And he's just like, yeah, we're hanging.
Yeah.
A dog, you go, come here, pal. And he's like, fuck, what's up? And they're there.
Yeah. Dude, when I came home from Florida, because I don't think I've been away from him without Kerry for that long, ever.
Right.
So I think she was home the whole time. He's like, the fuck, is he fucking just go?
Did I leave him in the woods?
Like, what?
I'm sorry. Did I leave him
Like, I don't
out
think
there?
he's coming back. It's been 8 days. And dude,
Did she say he was sad? Did she say he was mopey? Did she notice anything changed about him?
she said he kept, he just always like looking around. But
Right.
like he usually follows me around and wants me to do things. But he just said, I was like, all right, I guess he's gone, so now I'm just going to follow her around. So
Yeah. So he's quick to move on.
I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, he's got limited time on this earth. He's like, so probably like 6 days a morning for him was a long time.
Yeah, right. What is that? Times 7, 42 days.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, 42 days. You start
absolutely.
feeling better after 42 days, at least a little bit.
Yeah, and you kind of get some acceptance. Like, this guy's not, he doesn't care. He's not coming.
Yeah, think about like if a girl left you 42 days later, you're still feeling
Yeah,
it, but
I'm
you're
still
like,
going.
you've moved
Dude,
on.
I think she might.
But if she comes back,
Yeah,
you
I'm
start
like-
running in circles. You're like, I get like this.
No, I wouldn't, because 42 days later, if I'm still going, Joe, you think she's coming back? And you're like, it's 42 days later, Mike. I really don't think she's coming back.
Nah, I think she's gone.
It's like, so him, 42 days was in 6. In 6 days, he was like, this fucking guy's got to be gone. What am I doing? I'm going to stand by the door for this guy again another day?
Yeah. Then Kerry texted me. I was in the Uber coming home from the airport. She's like, how long? Because I'm up. I was like, 15 minutes. So she waited by the door with Cody, and I came in. And first he gives me like these like half blinking eyes. Like, what? Is that you? And then he started running back and forth in the dining room. Like, he'll run away from me and run at me. Then run away from me, then run at me. Then like run around me. Like he just because they call it
There's a word for it.
yeah, frapping. I forget what frapping stands for.
Frapping?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm telling you. I'll Google it
Not
right
frapping.
now. No,
Frapping
frapping.
is like jerking off, bro.
No,
fapping.
not in dogs.
Frapping. Frapping is like
I'll tell you what it
cappuccino,
stands.
right?
I'll tell you what it stands for. Frenetic random activity periods.
Oh my lord.
But that's what it is. It's just fucking. He's fucking frapping
What?
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, what was it called?
Frenetic random activity periods. A frap.
Frenetic random activity period.
Otherwise known as dog zoomies.
Or otherwise known as dogs just running around being dogs.
Yeah, or they call it the zoomies. They call it frapping. I learned.
Or just excited to see his owner. Like, wow, he's really excited.
No, but
not.
well, see, with the owner, I guess I can't call it frapping with the owner because he does frap just out of nowhere. Sometimes you'll just be sitting there watching a movie and he'll just be like, I'm just going to run back and forth now.
Right.
And he'll just run in the dining room, run out of the dining room, run in the dining room, run out of the dining room, into the bedroom, run around the circle, and then stop. So, yeah, that's a frap. So mine, it was just he was very happy to see me.
Excited. Yeah, he knows what to do with himself.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going to go around the table a few times. And,
Then I dropped my bags, took them on our hike that we haven't been on in a long time. Just hung in the woods. I fucking sat on a rock, let him fucking chase chipmunks and shit. Fucking.
Has he been like really like watching you every time you leave? Like, where you going, bro? Like,
Well, it was funny that night. Like I'm sitting on the chair with Kerry, and we're talking to her parents, and Cody's just gazing at me, and his eyes are like glassy, and Kerry's like, "Look at that look." He's just sitting there, just staring at me like. I can't believe you're. It was the most loving look I've ever seen out of him. His eyes were all glassy, just staring.
think about that, though. Think about that. It's like if somebody died, and 42 days later they were just back in the living room sitting watching TV.
Yeah.
You would just stare at them too, wouldn't you? Like, no, you would just be like, "Fucking dad, like, you're just right there." Like 42 days. Oh, you weren't here.
Yeah, if my dad shows up for Thanksgiving tomorrow, I'm not going to stare at him the whole time and be like, "You're here."
You're not?
I won't be eating. I'll be the only one not eating. I'll just be staring at him with glazed over eyes, all glassy.
Exactly.
Can't believe this is like the best Thanksgiving ever.
Exactly. So like 42 days for him, man. That's a long time. 8 days. is a long time for that dog. That dog, he's been through some shit.
Yeah, it was a long time for me.
Yeah, I know. I saw you whiny little Instagram videos. I just want to go home. I don't like the road. The road is fun, I guess, and stuff, but there's nothing you can do. I want to go home.
No, it was the Snapchat filter. I was doing that guy. I was like, yeah, it was like the guy with the fucking hat on.
Yeah, no,
I was just like, he looked like a guy that would complain.
He looked, that guy with the hat on, to me, reminds me of like a 1930s, like newspaper salesman.
Yeah, you just get sick of the road. I haven't been on the road that long. I usually go away for the weekend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
4 days, 5 days, something like that. Yeah,
but it's like 8 fucking days, and that was I did that video. That was like I had like 2 more shows to do. I was just done with Florida, man. I'm just like,
yeah.
I was like, I fucking
when I did that 1 month that I left, went to Canada, to Arizona, to LA, and then back to Arizona.
Yeah,
I did that like fucking that trip for a month. Yeah, at the end of that, like you're living out of a large suitcase, and I was like in a hotel. I was like, I want to go to my bed.
You want your shit. And it's like if I was on, like, the first weekend was closed with KP, met some comics, we hung. But these were, other than the last weekend, these were all like one-nighters. So it's like, boom, I hang with the comics for a few hours, do the show, then I'm back. Then it's like on to the next one. So it was like, it was work. And it was exhausting, and it was great. I mean, all the shows were awesome, but like, I just was like in my hotel room that night. I'm just like, I fucking wanna, because there was nothing to really do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was kind of like it was like this little beach community the last weekend. It's nice, but it's kind of like divey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't want to go. Where are we going?
Right. Were your shows fun though? Most of your shows fun?
Yeah, dude. They were all great. The Thursday, when I did the club for 3 nights, the Thursday show was a tiny crowd and they were duds for everybody.
Okay. Right.
But they weren't that bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, all the shows were great. All the clubs love me. They want to have me back. So
what you supposed to do?
That's what, I did my mission. I wanted to get in with all these places. St. Augustine, where the first show was, is a beautiful city. I want to go back there with Kerry and like kind of explore the city.
Right.
There's a lot of nice shops and shit, fucking touristy shit. But you're by yourself. You're like, I'm not gonna walk around. Fucking, I'm not gonna pay to park.
Not like little quaint shops.
No, I'm not gonna be doing that shit. I drove past. I was like, this is nice, and then I found a taco.
That would be nice if she was around.
Yeah,
she's not.
I saw a taco truck. I pulled over. I'm like, all right, this is more my style. I could do this alone. Actually, I prefer it alone.
There's a truck that's, I don't know what part of Florida it's in. There's like that famous taco truck that's like the lines around the block, and they got like a little section you could sit down and eat right next to it. Was that? I mean, there's a place, I don't know what town.
Florida's big. This was I was just driving. And I just saw this taco truck, so I pull over. I yelped the motherfucker. Got good reviews and good pictures. So I went and got these nice fish tacos.
They were good.
Oh, they were fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were phenomenal.
Who doesn't love a fish taco?
Yeah.
How do you not love a fish? How do you not like what fish taco is an option? Yes, please.
I've had one shitty fish taco in my life, and that was at the fucking Cheesecake Factory. And rightfully
say that
so.
again.
And rightfully so. I know. I was having an emotional day that day. Making bad decision all day. It was like.
Even the waiter was like, "No, say it again."
Yeah.
Fish tacos.
But I've had other things there that were great. Yeah,
Cheesecake Factory is really good, but fish tacos.
It was bad.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, I did that. Florida's interesting. It's just such a bizarre state. All their billboards are attorneys looking to sue people, rehabs, or porn shops. Like that's like really.
What else do you need? Really?
I know, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like, but all the attorneys,
that is the trifecta of a Florida resident.
All the attorneys' billboards are like hardcore. The guy's like rolling up his sleeves and like this tagline's like alludes to like kicking the shit out of people. You know what I mean? It's all like these tough guy like let's whack these guys in court. Like let's. let Tommy take care of them. You know, call in on a court. And then
no like pro gun stuff. Like, I mean,
I just saw a couple gun shows, signs for gun shows happening. So,
real quick, off topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of guns, I want to tell a little story. This was last week. I'm at a Target in Union on Route 22.
Yeah.
Route 22 in Union. So it was late. It was like 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So I was in their receiving department looking for signs. Like a little early, like 4:30. But nobody's back there. Like receiving, all the warehouse people usually leave by 4 o'clock. So it was really just me back there. Maybe a couple people wandering around. I'm digging through stuff looking for some signs and some displays, and I hear. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go towards the doors that go back into the store just to hear if I hear, because it sounds like it's in the store, just to hear if I hear screaming of people getting shot.
Yeah.
So then I go back into receiving, and there's a little door, a fire exit. I look out the window, and there's a pickup truck just like stopping in the back of like Target. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I like stop moving, and then I hear, and I'm like, fuck. So no, you know how like when trailers back up to a dock? So yeah. I'm inside the warehouse, so the open trailer's there. I kind of like step into the open trailer just to hear, and you hear, and I could see through the two trailers. I could see the ground. So I'm like, seeing if there's people running. Now I'm thinking someone's going to come through this fucking door. I'm shitting myself. I get phone out, I call 911. I'm like, fuck, what is happening out there? And then these two Target people just come walking in the back, like, all like, la, 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 la. And I was like, hey, you guys hear that? And they're like, hear what? Now, there's no way they didn't hear that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, so before I asked the next question, I was like, do you guys know if there's a firing range around here?
Right.
And they're like, yeah, there's a firing range right back there behind the building. I'm like, motherfucker.
Mike's hitting the deck.
Dude, I was so scared. Let me tell you, if that pickup truck didn't like pull up out of nowhere in the back of Target, I would have went out that fire exit. It would have been like bang, 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 running towards the gun range.
Yeah.
Not away from the fire, towards the gunfire. But I was like, with now today's, now day and age, you hear gunshots, you think there's somebody getting shot. It's not.
Most people think fireworks are going off. If it's nighttime, that's what happened in Las Vegas, like fireworks.
Yeah, no, well, that makes sense, Vegas.
Yeah.
But like Union on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like 4 o'clock. No, I thought people were getting shot, and I'm like, there's a parking lot back there. They like fucking firing at a guy who ran from the cops, but it was like, it was like fucking serious gunfire.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost had a heart attack, man. I was shaking. And then those people come back, walking back, and I didn't want to seem stupid. I was like, okay. Before I ask you, are we under attack? Let me ask you a question first. Is there a gun range? She's like, yeah, right next door. And I'm like, fucking shit. I got my camera out. I'm calling 911.
Why does nobody else give a shit that there's this?
Yeah.
They were under attack.
Yeah, I was hiding in a dumpster almost.
Why am I the only one seeing something, saying something?
Ain't nothing to say. Stop saying stuff.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm at least hearing something. Is it hear something, say something? Because I hear something, I'm saying something. I didn't see nothing yet, but I don't think I'm gonna wait to see.
Before I see something, I'm saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying something because I'm hearing something. Like, we're gonna take you in for questioning, sir.
That makes sense.
We want to hear what you have to say because you've been saying something, and we're afraid.
So yeah, before I forgot that story, but anyway, so back to Florida. So you had a good time.
Good time. You know what's interesting about Florida too? It's like you can go from mansions to ghetto in like a block, and it's weird when you're on the road and you don't know where the fuck you're at.
Yeah,
like in New Jersey, you can see neighborhoods getting worse. You know what I mean? They start degrading.
No trees.
Yeah.
Just from like nice tree-lined streets to no trees.
So like, you could literally have like a mansion. Like you're like, oh, I'm in a fucking hoity-toity fucking neighborhood. I pull over for gas. It was the night I'm going to Fort Lauderdale to headline this wine bar. So I'm driving. I need gas. So I just pull off to the speedway. And dude, it was like I was in fucking one of those South Central LA movies.
Right.
Like Boys in the Hood. Like I thought a hit was happening. Bro, because you got to get out to pump your own gas. So I put the gas in, and then I feel it. Then I go inside. I bought water, and then as I'm coming out, dude, I'm surrounded by like thugs.
Really?
And they're like getting closer to me, like just like looking at me, and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. So like I like white boyed out totally and like raced into, like I did like real fast step walking. You know, I feel like my ass may have been too high.
Yeah.
You know, like almost like high heel walking. Like
Yeah.
you know, I'm like click, fucking Joe the Centaur on his tiptoes, fucking heading to the. And the one laughed at me. I know he could tell, like, I'm fucking afraid of them. He's like, I'm like, oh, God, please start your rental car. Because I got to tell you, as soon as I get in the rental car and turn it on, the wrench light comes on. I'm like, not wrench light, not now.
No.
I can't have wrench light now. And then I took off, but that anxiety gave me energy for the rest of the night.
Oh, my God. Here's a little tip. Probably not PC to do this, but I was always going to try this as a joke on stage. It's the truth. It's also good for survival. Download the Tinder app.
Yeah.
And do a 5 mile. Just keep it on a 5 mile radius.
I can't be a married man with a Tinder app on my phone. I don't. Yeah, honey, it's just so I'm in bad neighborhoods.
Listen to me. Have her download it and have dudes. Who gives a fuck? Have her put it on your phone, sign in with her thing, and it'll just be dudes. And keep 5 mile radius, and just go on Tinder and be like, okay, that's within this 5 mile radius. Those people, this group of people that are showing up on my 5 mile radius Tinder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not stopping for gas.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm now gonna make sure I'm full, where I know I'm safe
At all times.
Yeah. Fill her up. There's 25 cents there. I know it is. You never know. It's like you just hit the thing, click. Whoa. Click. All right, but it's topped off. All right, you owe us 35 cents.
Right across the street to the next gas station.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to the next pump, the next island up.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I'm fully ready for this trip.
I don't know the neighborhood.
I don't know the neighborhood. I know this will last me 300 miles, but you never know. So after that, I get to Fort Lauderdale, and I didn't know they'd call it Fort Liquordale, but I learned why.
I bet.
Drunk, but it's weird. It's like I get to this wine bar. It's a lot of older, like our age and older. You know what I mean? And hammered. They're
right.
All these retirees hammered. They're talking to me outside. You're there from the poster. I'm like, all right, yeah. And but I get in and I'm talking to the kid Ethan Moore. He's a comic from that area. I was like, do they know a show's happening here? Or are we like attacking them? He's like, no, they're good, man. They're good. And they did, dude. Fucking, they just turned and watched the whole fucking show.
That's awesome.
There was 4 comics. Then this other comic, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's been doing comedy like 3 years, and he was playing piano, writing song, like doing like parodies.
Okay.
He's like a jazz pianist. Motherfucker's like a great pianist.
Right.
And fucking funny. Pianist. Yeah, whatever. And and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I gotta fucking follow this motherfucker. He's so talented.
Yeah.
And like half the people knew him from the area. So I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare. Like this dude's fucking jamming. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I want the show to end now. Like that's how good.
Right.
I was like, I gotta follow this mother.
Encore. You're like, no, there's no encore. You're up.
So I was like, damn, this dude's making me work for it tonight. So I was like, man,
Yeah.
But they wound up. It was fucking amazing.
Oh,
It was just like a fun, like you see the bar atmosphere. Like this is gonna be a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
So I got paid, but then they just start tipping you. Like these people were tipping.
That's awesome.
Bro, when I was in St. Augustine after my show, they're like, guys, you have any T-shirts to sell? Comics usually have T-shirts. Like everyone from the audience, I'm like, I don't have T-shirts. So then he goes, well, here's $20. Take $20. I was like, who does that, dude? It happened at a few gigs. People just handed me money. Like, do you have anything to sell? I'm like, no. Like, well, here's money. I'm like, yo, we gotta get this type of behavior up to New Jersey.
No, they don't want nothing up here.
But I'm saying I want to bring stuff next time I go down. I want to bring, I want to have something to sell.
Don't have a towel.
Not gonna have a towel. A towel.
You said you want to bring stuff to sell. Like,
no, like a CD or fucking something. Yeah, product.
Even a shirt with one of your jokes on or something. I don't know if that's cool.
Yeah.
For the road, for extra cash, fuck anybody who thinks, look, I don't want merch. Who wants to make merch and be a merch guy? I'm not going to sell. I'll sell CDs because that's my art. That's my heart is in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a T-shirt, like everybody's like, hat, who gives a fuck?
I had the weirdest request. The woman who gave me $20 before she left, she goes, can I ask you something? Could you give me, can I get your autograph? I'm like, all right. She goes, could you autograph? You ever see like those bamboo beach things people lay on, like those roll out like wood blankets? Can you sign this? I go, all right. She goes, you mark it. She goes, can you put Runner's High Joe Fernandez? So I remember that joke.
Oh.
I was like, all right. So this woman has
Can you put Margaritaville?
She has a bamboo beach thing. It says Runner's High Joe Fernandez.
Wow.
It was just,
awesome.
It was like, she gave me $20. She wanted something from me.
That's all. That's cool, man.
But you're like, that's
write on?
What?
Was it easy to write on? I feel like
it's pretty. It was tied. It was pretty tight and flat. You know, she had a big fat marker.
It was ready to go.
Ready to go.
Maybe she thought she was going to see Jimmy Buffett, and she ran. I was like, oh, Joe Fernandez. I'll just get him to sign my beats, Matt. Then.
Yeah. Then I did this Italian restaurant in Coral Springs, which is basically like New Jersey, which it made me feel at home. It was like Southern Florida. I'm in an Italian restaurant. They have like, it's nice. It's a nice little like cabaret setup.
Right.
But it's open to the bar a little bit, so you can hear a little noise, but they settle in. But it was like, it was like feeling like at home. It was like all these fucking mooks from Jersey.
Nice.
It was me, Steve Marshall, and Dougie Almeida, the guy who runs the show. We did his podcast, and then we did the show. It was like sold out. Dude, fucking Steve Marshall sells that place out 4 times a year.
Really? That's awesome.
And the owner wants me to come back to headline. What?
What did it fit? How many did it fit?
That area probably fits about 80 to 100, you know, like tight. And then there's it's open to, like they have the audio on in the rest of the place, you know, so people can hear you.
Right.
But the owner's just, it reminded me of like Paisanos, like awesome Italian owner, like the young guys. It was like Paisanos, Florida. You know what I mean?
Paisanos South.
Yeah. But I was sitting there, I'm like, dude, Gaffney would fucking murder here because it's just our people. You know what I mean? It's like the Jersey. Yeah. Like he would fucking destroy that place.
Was it good money? It's all right.
Well, that one I got.
Oh, you featured.
I just did the feature. Yeah, so it was okay money. You know what I mean? Because he gave it to me last minute. Because Steve does like an hour and a half. He does like this whole like I never saw him do a full set. It was really awesome because he just kind of goes in the crowd, works the crowd. It's so different than anything I've ever seen.
Right. Yep.
That was and they come back because it's like it's organic. I mean, it was like straight up
organic.
It's straight up like in the moment. Like I feel like. He's the first one I've ever seen do it that's not hokey.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like serious.
Yeah, that's not canned. And it's like,
like the stuff he was doing, you can't do on another crowd. It was like specific to that dude.
Right.
Like this dude, it was like an army guy who had this medal and like he made this thing out of it.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like from it was. I was watching. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking.
Right.
And yeah, it was definitely impressive. You know what I mean? To watch somebody do that. Like I don't have that type of balls to kind of just be like, because even when he did stuff that they would like kind of like cringe at if he went like too overboard,
right?
He just like reel him right back in.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. He's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he's fun. He's a fun dude to hang out with. You know?
Yeah.
He's a good dude. And then so I had that. Then I was in Cocoa Beach for 3 nights and good shows, but Cocoa Beach got some locals that are fucking like
Cocoa?
like Fort Lickerdale was drunks, but they were sophisticated drunks.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of these people I met in Cocoa Beach, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Trailer.
Well, this woman comes in with this old guy the Thursday night, and the bartender goes, "That's my dad. Who's he with?" So it's like an old dude. He was this like young blonde. So whatever. She goes. So they're in the crowd. She's talking the whole time. So it's like they finally tell her, you got to leave if you're not going to shut up. So she goes outside, and Kerry had called me when I was on stage. So I got off. I went out to call her. She didn't pick up. So that girl's out there. She's like, you should let us talk to you. You should let it. She goes, because sometimes you can get good stuff out of that. I'm like, yeah, well, no. If I talk to you, you can talk.
Right.
She goes, well, why didn't you talk to me? I was like, well, you know what? I go, I was the feature tonight. It's not my show, and I didn't want to get the show like that. You know, if I was the headliner and I wanted to talk to you, I could do that, but I don't want to get the room all weird. You know?
Right.
And she's like, wow. Anyway, I'm like, well, aren't you in here? Why aren't you, like, is that guy you're with not leaving with you? She goes, I just met him at a bar. I'm homeless.
Oh, boy.
I was like, oh. Like, she's like, you guys are weird. You guys make shush me like you're in an AA meeting. Like, I want to talk. I'm like, all right. And I go, well, you're homeless? Well, you on the street? You know, she had like clothes on. You know what I mean? She's like,
right, yeah.
No, I'm FEMA. FEMA's got me in a hotel here. So I'm like, oh, so what? The hurricane like blew away your house, and you're just no. I never had a house. I just keep renewing my FEMA, and I'm homeless, and she starts getting all like sad. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this, man. Fucking, does anybody else want her? And then
I would have.
No, I did. I acted like somebody called me. I'm like, hold on, and then I walked away. And then the owner Al, I go inside. Who's the guy Al who runs Gregory's in Cocoa Beach? Is awesome dude. There's like a great club manager, just like just a cool dude, just like an older Italian guy, just fun. He's like, yo, did that girl take our glass?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. He's like, can you go see? I'm like, I don't want to go see. What? I don't care about your glass. He's like, she can't take the glass out. I'm like, you better go get her then. I don't know.
Yeah. I pretty much tell jokes and I'll bounce the room.
Yeah. I'm not chasing after the homeless girlfriend. How much was your glass? I bet if we all pitch in, we can get another one.
I think it's more about they can get in trouble for him reading class.
Yeah, no, that's what it wound up being. But that was a cool room, nice, elegant room, and I always like when the last show of your tour. Well, it's like you.
No. But you got the hoity-toity, you got the upscale bar, and like elegance, man. Just Joe, what kind of?
Well, I was afraid when I saw these Thursday night people that the rest of the weekend was going to be these drunks.
Right.
But it wasn't. A lot of them was like these snowbirds that are starting to flock into Florida, from up here.
Yeah.
And the Saturday night, you always you want the last show before you leave to be amazing, and it's like it was the best one of the week.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was one of those nights where you're like, fuck, I gotta get off stage. They'll go along with anything.
Now you were headlining that night.
No, I was featuring that night. That was my only feature ones because that was my first one with Funny Business. So Funny Business said they wanted to feature me.
Okay, right.
But Al, the club manager, is like, "No, we're having you back here to headline."
Who headlines down there?
This local comic, she's from Jacksonville, Roz McCoy. She's a black woman, she's very funny, very organic in the moment. You know what I mean? And veteran of the Navy. But we had a good time, and she's even going to tell. She's like, "I don't know why you're opening for me."
Oh, that's cool.
But she's murdered. You know what I mean? Like she's good, man. Definitely. She's got a lot of humility because she's there's a video of her falling off stage on YouTube, like performing and falling off the front of the stage, and somebody put on the internet. But she actually tells people in the crowd to Google it and watch it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she's got a lot of humility with it and stuff. But because she finished the show from on the floor, like she stayed down there and finished doing jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nah, but she was a sweetheart, and you know, that's that. It was a good week. I got to see my grandmother and my aunt. I got to see. I ate so much, dude. My pants. Like I think I eat a lot here. It was like my Italian relatives in Vero Beach. They're like, they saw me post a picture of me on the beach. They're like, come by Vero. So I'm like, all right, that's on the way to Coco. So like, yeah, come by. We have lunch every day. Just come. We have a nice Italian lunch. Fucking tray lasagna. Fucking meatballs, sausage. Fucking artichoke hearts. Fucking. Then they bust out this massive chocolate cake. I'm like, lunch? It was just fucking. But my grandma was making me everything. She's like making me eat. She's like, I'm like, Grandma, I'm full. I can't have any more ribs. She goes, I'll get you some ginger ale. You can burp and make more room.
I love that. That's a great. Yeah, of course, that's how you do it, Grandma. That's exactly how you do that.
But yeah, it was. If I didn't have family to like break up the monotony of being on the road, I would have went nuts. I now want to go. The only way I'll go on the road that long is if I'm with a buddy. Right. Or like my wife is with me for even half the trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just too much time with me, man. You're just like, too much car time. I'm like driving all over Florida. I'm like, the fuck am I doing?
Hold on one sec. I was looking for this. I did a show on Saturday. This past Saturday. I was looking for the name of the. It was last like a week ago. Like so, this past Saturday, like that. Monday or something like that, Tom's like, hey, I got something for you Saturday, which I had nothing anyhow. So he's like, I got you a gig Saturday. I'm like, all right, cool, man. And I was like, oh, great, thanks. And then the very next day, he said, I got to talk to you. Give me a call. He's like, it fell through. And I'm like, no problem. He's like, it was actually Andrew Kennedy couldn't do it, so I gave it to you, but then Andrew arranged his calendar so he can do it. I'm like, dude, I didn't have the gig anyhow, so it's not like, I've been booked for a month, and I'm like, fuck, man, what the, you know what I mean? Like, I had it for less than 24 hours. Yeah. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't spend that money yet, so we're good. Right. And then the next day, that later on that day, he emails me and said, listen, the woman wants to put you on the show anyhow because she feels bad. That you were taking over, and then she's going to put you on the show anyhow, which was really sweet. And it was at this country club in Connecticut. And you know, sometimes you do a country club and you get there and you can clearly see the people are not members of the country club; they just rented it out. Right, yeah. That wasn't the case.
Oh, these are country club members.
These people definitely could afford the country club. Yeah. And the country club that we did it at,
it's not always the best audiences.
Exactly. You would think that, and I think that the club dues are $78,000 a year.
Oh, cheap and affordable.
I said to one person, I'm like, I can't. If I put all my earnings, I still could I couldn't even be a member of this club.
That's just to go buy shit there.
Yeah,
like that's just to go there to pay to have dinner.
Exactly. So the people all look like they were well off, and they were. The woman who was running the thing said these are all millionaires. A lot of millionaires here, a lot of rich people. But about 250 people, and it's an organization. Her husband died of cancer about 3 years ago. She's probably, he might have been 31, 32 when he died. Yeah. Good-looking guy. They're both athletic. She's a good-looking woman, both athletic. Before the show, her brother, they have this organization now. They raise money and give money to people who, like say, when Carrie was going through chemo, to help you out with bills. Yeah. To help you, get some grocery money, take care of you. if you have kids that need money for school, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? They try to help people local in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So they do this whole thing about the organization and where they got the name from, and like all these people they helped, and the way they got the name from, the name of it is Choose Happy, and her husband, after like he's been in the hospital, he's dying, getting beat up from cancer, kicking his ass. He's in the hospital, and she goes to visit him, and he has been doing the wing. He's been walking the wing, and he knows 14 times around is 1 mile around the wing. And he goes, babe, I'm going to race you, and I'm going to win. And she's like, you're not racing me around this wing. He's like, I'm fucking racing you. And she's like, well, I'm not taking it easy on you just because you're going through chemo. So he goes out, and now when you're chemo, you got all the mask on, the gloves, the gown.
Yeah.
And he's hooked up to IV.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out to the hallway. He's like, babe, just give me 10 seconds head start. That's all I need. She goes, all right, but then I'm running full speed. He's like, yeah, just give me 10 seconds. And he went hardcore down the hallway, like at 12 o'clock at night, running with the thing, running down the hallway. She goes, his skirt open, his thing opened up. He's got his ass is hanging out. He's just running down the hallway. And she said I could start laughing so hard that I couldn't chase him. So I just cut through the hallway to cut him on the other side when he came around.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw her cut, he started laughing, and he couldn't breathe. And he just got, he's been going through chemo. He's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
He's laughing his ass off in the hallway, and the nurse came out of her station and said, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's midnight. What is happening right now?
Yeah.
And he couldn't stop laughing. And she goes, how are you laughing? How are you always laughing? You've been here for 4 years dying. How are you always laughing? And he's like, because I choose happy.
Oh.
And that's how they came up with the name Choose Happy.
Okay.
And so they do all this in the beginning, and you're like, oh, Lord, I got to go up.
Choose Happy.
You know what I mean?
Now here's miserable Mike.
Yeah. Never wasn't happy.
Yeah. And on the other end of choosing happy, from Last Comic Standing.
Or here's your alternative.
Yeah. If you're not in the mood to choose happy.
The alternative to choosing happy, Mike Gaffney. Well, so they had a guy host that's a comic, but he's also retired. He's a lawyer, probably like in his 30s. He retired. He's a millionaire, fucking lawyer. I'm not sorry. Lawyer and like a fucking hedge fund advisor, but he's a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So he hosted, and then he brought me up, and like during this whole presentation and everything, I'm looking around, and these millionaires weren't like millionaires. They were like regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just like 250 people, but they were just like regular fucking people. I felt like this energy of happiness and goodness, and like not like let's get the money for the poor people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's get money for
like they were real, like from their heart kind of people, excited to raise money, excited to be here for dinner and watch the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so when I went up there, their energy, even before going up, just made me feel like everything's going to be great. And it was a fucking phenomenal show. Me, Andrew Kennedy, and then at the end was, oh my God, I can't believe I blanked on his name. I know him very well. Sorry, but he was on the show as well.
What did he look like?
Tim Crompier.
Oh, okay. Nice
So
kid.
Tim was at the end of the show. So it was me, Andrew, and Tim.
Wow, Tim followed you and Andrew? It's fucking crazy.
Well, it's what we thought too, but he did it really well. He did it really well.
Yeah. I'd be crying in the corner.
I stayed for like 15 minutes, and in that 15 minutes, he did really well. Andrew did really well. Andrew had a tough time because between me and him, they decided to get up and go to the bar and do like last minute, like 50-50, raffle dropping baskets.
Oh, yeah.
So he had to deal with that and then have him settle back in. But they settled back in about 5 minutes into his set, and then he was good to go. But it took a little. It was a little ruckusy for him. But I just wanted to mention that group. They were really I'm never really blown away by an organization. Mm-hmm. Usually, I never feel like the whatever we're doing the fundraiser for that they give a fuck about the funds.
It's the worst.
It never feels like they even care about this thing.
Yeah.
These people were so nice. Everyone was so nice. And the woman, Tammy, whose husband passed away, she was so, huggy and oh, my God, thank you. So she was just so, authentic, genuine, good-hearted people.
Yeah.
You know? It was definitely a good Saturday night in Connecticut.
Awesome, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, it was good. Let's get on a serious note, Joe.
Well, we had a lot of a lot of stuff happened because we skipped last week's podcast. A lot of stuff's happened. It's almost like old news. News happens so fast. It's so tough to keep up with it.
You were going to do a 24-hour-a-day podcast. Hey, we're back on.
Well, I was about to propose that, but go fuck yourself.
We've got something better to do. So, the sexual harassment thing. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, I'll talk about sexual harassment. When are you going to stop, Mike? Okay. No, yeah, I remember. Yeah, well, the Louis thing. That was the one that sparked recently because sexual.
Well,
because we talked about Harvey Weinstein and stuff like that.
We talked a little bit about it. I don't think we talked a lot. I'm talking about it's a couple of things. We did talk about a little bit about sexual harassment, but I'm thinking I hope I'm kind of glad that all these women are coming out to every aspect of the workplace and in general. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coming out and being able to say, hey, this is what's been happening to us. I hope that what it'll do is the rapist and the guy who's a fucking piece of shit that's going to force himself on a woman regardless, this isn't going to help change him.
No.
But the retard, like the Rich Schultes, who doesn't get the difference between flirting and harassing, may scare them enough to go, well, I don't want to fucking walk a line.
Yeah.
It might wake some guys up who, don't realize that, grabbing a girl at work and what's up, baby girl, isn't cool. I know that it's not a big, when you talk to a bunch of guys who are going to sit around and grunt, we'll be like, it's not a big deal, come on. Right? But to a woman it is. And to, when you're a female comedian, say, and you want to go do comedy, you want to just go do your jokes, man. I came to a club, I wrote some jokes, I want to go on stage and tell the jokes. I am not here for the single scene.
Right.
I'm just here to tell jokes, man.
Yeah.
I know I look good, I know I'm hot, I know I'm sexy, whatever, but I came here to be funny.
Yeah.
And then a comic that's hosting, she's not coming up to talk to you because she's interested. She's coming to talk to you because you host the show. That's the only reason your two worlds are together, bro, is you're on the show and she's on the show. You're comedians. You guys don't hang. You're being put together by your job. Yeah. I know it looks relaxed because you're in the back of a bar, hanging out, drinking a beer, and everybody's chilling, but it's still everyone's there because they're working together. Yeah. I would never walk in the Grizzly Pear.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in there because I'm a comic.
Right.
A girl walks into the bar to a club and says, hey, can I get on? Because she's a comedian, not because she wants to talk to you. You're gross ass.
Yeah.
You know? So I think flirting with a girl she's really hot at work, but she's just here to tell jokes. Yeah, she's hot.
Well, I guess, flirting is one thing. I think, this stuff's beyond flirt. You can flirt with people if you're single and the same business.
I think flirting is when you're flirting. There's a couple of girls in comedy that are cute girls, and if I know them personally, we've had conversations about the world. If I was like, what's up, hot stuff? She knows I'm only saying it. I don't mean let's get fucking busy, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
obviously you know the difference. You know, you see a cute girl, you might be like, hey, what's up? But like at the comedy club, when a girl's trying to tell jokes, she is not there to be flirted with.
But people, I gotta tell you, man, people are weird. This happened to me recently. I went and did this like workout room in Jersey, and this girl comes in. She goes up and she's like, "Oh, I'm new to the state. I'm from Florida." You know, it's like was like part of her opening, and then she did her jokes.
Right.
And she had some funny jokes. So whatever.
Okay.
Flash forward, I don't know, month or two later, running to her at some other room. And I was like, oh, where do I know her from? Like, she looked familiar.
Right,
and I go, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, you're that girl. You're new from Florida. You had some really good stuff. She goes, oh, that's kind of creepy that you remember that. I go, why? Like, it made me, like, she said that was creepy that I remembered her and that she was from Florida.
Right.
And that made me feel odd. I'm like,
right.
Like, and she wasn't joking. She goes, oh, that's creepy. I was like, that's being creepy? I told you. Because I dawned on me where I remembered you from.
Right.
And I was like, ugh, get the fuck away from me, you fucking.
Yeah, those are the kind of people you don't want to be around.
But no, I'm just saying, though, that's like fucking weird ass fucking.
Right.
I literally just said the most simple thing.
Right. Right.
It was like, I was like, I never had anything like that taken in that fashion.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember you. You're from Florida, right? Yeah, you were funny. Oh, you remember that? That's creepy. I mean, I don't even know your fucking name, lady, girl, whatever the fuck you are.
Did you say why is that creepy?
No, because it bothered me. It like almost threw me for a loop that she said that. I was almost like,
I would have been like creepy.
But like like when you're such in shock that someone says something, you're like, huh?
Yeah.
And then I was like, ugh.
I also think a lot of things like okay, so a woman perceived it as, kind of sexual. Not this woman. I'm saying in general, like when one is like, well, they sexually made me uncomfortable. Like maybe sometimes your feelings aren't valid. Right. And I think that's like, feelings aren't facts. Just because you felt a certain way doesn't mean it was real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Made me feel very uncomfortable. Well, maybe you just felt uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it's a fine line, but the thing that I'm unhappy about is how you can just say it and it's fact.
Well, it ruins you. And that's what I hate what's going on now. People are ruined just off accusations.
Yeah. Now, like a guy like Louis, he admitted that he did it. So to me, Louis is a creep. To me, we didn't talk about Louis on there.
No, and I will, because I'll not that I'll defend him, but I have feelings about it.
What Louis did is creepy, perverted, right, and kind of gross. You pull your dick out and start jerking off on, like, hey, let me put you. That's not how you put a feeler out to see if the girl's into you. The thing is that he admits that he knew that these girls were kind of like, in awe of him, right? Because who he was, right? So he kind of took advantage of that portion. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gross, and I think it's perverted. I think he's like, that's kind of, like you're a degenerate. Like when it comes to that, you're kind of creepy and pervert. All right.
Yeah, he's guilty of being a pervert. But it's,
absolutely.
But like, you know which story got really buried in the news? No one was talking about, was Sarah Silverman's sister, who he did it to.
Right.
And she was like, he asked me. I said, yeah, I thought it was weird as shit, but it was by no means predatory.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And she has this whole story about having it. Right. Now, Louis, listen, if you're asking people, some people have went along with it, I'm sure. These five weren't the ones that you tried it on. It didn't work.
Absolutely.
So there has been people that have accepted this.
Absolutely.
Now, what I heard from through another podcast of someone that knew this story for years was that, like, especially that the one with the two girls that was in like 2002, before he was even Louis, The one that was at the festival.
Oh yeah.
The original one that they're talking about. Apparently, like he was doing that sort of thing because he was married at the time. He didn't want to cheat on his wife, so he figured this was better.
Right.
Because I guess he was in a shitty marriage.
Right. Yeah.
And apparently for years that story was told almost like a goof. Like, you really did this to us? Like even those. Listen, man, I just don't like that he lost everything. It's like he lost everything over just being a creep, a pervert,
right?
But not I just don't think it warrants.
He's not a predator. He's not a predator.
No, he asked,
and
he asked, and even when the one girl that got all the news coverage said no, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm a creep.
Right.
He said like that was in the quote, but they always cut that out in the news story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because so you don't want to show that he is human and knows he's a creep.
Right, and like so, you go, okay, we're in a writer's room. No, I don't want to see you pull your dick out and jerk off in a writer's room.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, you're taking a shot like, hey, you into this? No, I'm not into this. Oh, I thought you might have been into it. Never mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
That's kind of creepy how you go about it, and it's kind of like perverted. Now, some women could be like, no, like especially like if I know a girl and she'd be like, yo, and like whips her titties out, like you want to fool around, like no, get the fuck out of here, put your titties away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I'm with a girl who knows me well, and I'm like, yo, you want to fool around? Get out of here, you goofball.
Mm-hmm.
But if some women didn't feel like it was that, I don't want to say light or that like innocent, like I'm just being perverted. Like you can't just use that as an excuse either. Like hey, can I jerk off in front of you? No, I'm sorry, I'm a perv. Like you can't just.
No, I get it. I don't.
I hear that you. I don't like that. I get it, and I don't. But I don't categorize him as with everybody else who's done bad shit.
Yeah, but people are. That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing about this witch hunt that's going on now. It seems like with all
the politicians now trying to catch each other and
but it's listen. Even if these guys were being creepy,
right?
It's like 20-year-old stories. Some of these.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was a creep 20 years ago. Not that level of creep, but I'm sure if I'm sure somebody could dig up a story of something that I would be extremely embarrassed about today.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm not that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
you know what? I just I'm never going to defend myself with something like this. I'm never you think I'm you should ask everybody who knows me. They'll tell you to fuck that. I'm not doing that. Anybody who's really close to me who knows me, any woman who's ever been in my presence, any woman who's ever been around me alone ever will know that I've never made anybody feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And if I did, that doesn't make it fact. That means you may be going through something. Because if I've been around a million girls and one broad says, he made me feel uncomfortable, like to me, I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be good enough for me. I don't see anybody ever say anything. But yeah, there's probably some things that if a woman might look back now and regret that we did together, like, I can't believe I fucked that fat dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure, yeah.
But there's nothing that I've done ever. I've never touched a woman.
No, but you don't. But you don't know. Like, listen,
what
you don't know.
Girl may feel
10 years, things could change of what people think is acceptable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if someone looks back and goes, I know that one time this happened. That's kind of creepy. Like now, you might pull it out and be like, Mike, remember that time that we were together and you tried to put it in my butt? And we yeah, because you bent over in front of me. Well, that's we were naked.
I talked about this on that dude Dougie's podcast. It was that girl, remember I told you about in recovery. It was with her for like a summer, and like she wanted to have sex in public, like in bathrooms. And
the bathroom, yeah.
Like wherever. It was like insane. She was just so it took me a long time to wean myself off that behavior. After her, you're just like the next girl, you propose something that the other girl would have did. She's like, "What are you fucking nuts?" Oh, I'm sorry. I had this sort of lifestyle for 6 months. You got to give me a little detox. You know what I mean?
So you don't want to blow me on a train. I didn't know.
Because you could get used to a certain way and be like, oh, this is a totally different person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
asking somebody that you're dating, asking anybody, could it be perverted? Yeah, but I think if you're not in power, that's when it gets tricky. So if you're someone in power, you're a boss, or you can control someone's career, and you go, hey, you want to blow me?
Yeah, I think it's the power that was the big thing.
Now that's what makes them go, oh my God, what if I don't blow him? Will I get fucked over?
Yeah, because
it's my job.
In my 20s, when I had a lot of... Yeah.
But me and you hanging out at a bar, and some girl comes over, I'm not saying you would do this, but you're talking to a girl and be like, hey, you want to go have sex? And she's like, no. And she goes, you believe he sexually harassed me? Like, no, I asked if you want to have sex, man. Yeah, it's not harassing. I'm never going to see you again. We don't hang out in this bar. I'm not your boss. I didn't touch you. I asked you. There's got to be something. But my thing is that I think some things could be, some woman might feel a certain way about something that really isn't a bad thing, but she felt a certain way.
No, listen, I don't begrudge anyone what they feel. If you feel whatever, it's like it's a
but
weird.
That doesn't make it valid.
No, it doesn't make it valid.
Feelings aren't real.
No, it doesn't.
Feelings are just feelings.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
Okay? But that one girl that Al Franken took a picture with, and he grabbed, put her hand on his ass. He might have just been going in. I'm not saying he didn't do it, but he might have just been going in, grabbing her close, and his hand was on her ass.
Yeah.
But he wasn't squeezing her asshole. You know what I'm saying? He might have just had his hand down by his leg, and it was touching her ass at the same time. You're not even thinking about it. You know how many times I've had my hand down, and then I'm in the middle of a picture, what the fuck? Oh, my hand was touching her butt. I didn't mean it to do it.
Right.
So I move it out of the way. You become conscious of what's happening. Oh, my hand was touching her butt. Let me move it up. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm trying to keep my hand on your butt? No. What makes me get off on that? Oh, I touched her butt for a second. What am I, fucking 8?
I just hope that it doesn't get so much that it goes it's gonna hurt them in the long run, where it's gonna be you know what I mean, too much of this fucking.
I know,
going
and that's
after.
what I'm saying. I really love that they're coming out, and I really hope that any of these guys who are the ones that you see blabbing on Facebook, all the retards that have something to say about sexual harassment on Facebook, and then they try to compare flirting or dating or what we're doing here, but real, defending sex offenders because they don't know the difference between flirting and being sexual predator. You don't know the difference.
Yeah.
I hope that all these allegations and all these people, voices teach some of those guys. Maybe they'll be like, you know what? Not even worth me asking a girl at the comedy club to go out. Yeah. Maybe it'll let them calm some of the normal ones down. There's going to be this sex-crazed whack jobs that they don't give a fuck. They know rape is wrong to begin with. So that's not going to help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping it helps maybe some of these executives in some company who's always, he's been an executive for 45 years and is always yo, Toots, come in here, babe. Look at it. Is he fucking hot? Maybe realize I'm not really supposed to talk like that.
Yeah.
Or I really don't see the big deal in me calling her Toots, ain't you fucking hot, but these broads, they don't stop complaining, so I better shut my face. Whatever makes it happen is fine.
Yeah, listen, there's some women that are turned off by that, and some you could talk to women that'll say that work in the corporate world, be yeah, well, how many guys showed me their dicks when we were drunk having drinks after work one time, then they apologized to me at the water cooler the next day, and they're just all right, move on. You know what I mean? I think it all depends on the person. You know what I mean? What they take and what they don't take. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just seems very odd. It just seems odd the way it's just guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, I don't like
aspect
that
of it is very odd. You know what I mean?
Talk to social media. Somebody says Joe Fernandez looked at my butt, and then oh, Joe's a fucking creep, and now it's guilty no matter what. And now the thing is that some of these cases, the guys have admitted it, but even them, even the ones who admit it, like the Louis, the people who jumped all
He
the way
had
on
to.
the
He
side.
had to. He couldn't. Even if he felt these weren't as bad as they're making out, he couldn't win trying to fight it. So he's like, you know what? I did it. I'm gonna just let it play out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I see what's going on here in America.
Right.
I'm not gonna be fucking,
Right.
And he's making the right choice.
I think so, but they lump him in with a guy like like a fucking rapist, and you're like, no, he's not that.
Yeah.
He's not Weinstein.
Yeah.
But
No,
with
I
all
feel-
these other regular peoples, not even celebrity ones, just regular people who are now speaking up and saying, like when all the people with the hashtag Me Too, I totally love and I support it, but just because someone says somebody did something doesn't mean it happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem is if I say, this girl raped me and I put that out there, that's it. She did it.
Yeah.
She did it. Unless there's evidence that she didn't and I get exposed as a liar, she did it. And that sucks. That's what sucks is because there's so much, it doesn't take much to say this happened, and it takes a whole lot to make it go away.
Yeah.
But I want every woman that really happened to, yell it from the mountaintops. Let everybody know what happened to you.
Yeah.
Tell everybody.
I mean,
but you see all these politician things, all these political things. You have Roy Moore, and then Al Franken, and then this guy, and then this guy, and this guy. It's like all these things coming out about. It's like you're saying, is it going to make the pendulum swing all the way over there to where everyone's crying wolf? Like you crying? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, and then especially against comedy, all these bloggers are like men in comedy are creeps. It's like not all men are. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Nope.
Let me tell you something. I've said it before. I'll say it. I like when a woman opens up for me. Like if I get I like to ask Ritu or Jackie Byrne to open for me if I can bring an opener because I like the different point of view.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But they try to make men are like, oh, they just if they don't like women comics and if they do, they just want to fuck them. It's like no.
I don't.
Stop lumping male comics in with that. You know what I mean? I have many women friend comics who I've never fucking made feel weird.
Right,
This is before, you know what I mean? Even before I was married.
right.
You know what I mean? Because it's just not who I am. You know what I mean? You can separate. You know what I mean? Those fucking posts were bothering the shit out of me. The only post that I liked that I reshared about the men in comedy and the dynamic was Lori Kilmartin's because she had a very well thought out point of view on it. It wasn't just attacking men.
I didn't see it, but
It was good. I don't want to rehash it. You go read it, but it was basically how you need more jobs for women in comedy. Like you know what I mean? More, and then maybe it'll help out the spreading of that.
right. Yeah.
But a lot of them were
that's-
a lot of them were attacking, saying like this is a boys' club. It's very predatory. They don't treat women with respect, and it's like know where I hang out.
Right. And
No
stop
clubs.
lumping everyone together.
No. I've been doing this for 13 years. I've never seen that. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not in denial. Any club I worked
Absolutely.
at where there was a woman in the club, all the other comics respected her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as I saw, like whatever happens when you guys go drink after a show, I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
But I'm saying from my point of view, girl comics have told me about creepy guys, but it's usually something that happened like open mic level coming up. The guy's probably just a
Right.
creep anyway. I
like that.
I'd like to have a woman on the podcast. If this topic keeps coming on, have one of our woman friend comedians tell their point of view because that would be interesting.
Right. But we book, I think I said this, we book a lot of shows. Like I've booked, not a lot of shows, but I have, booked maybe 3 or 4 or 5 shows a year that we have access to booking. And I go, oh, well, let's use this girl. I can use this person. I use that person. Not girl. Like, let's use this person, that person. Like, I have spots available if I wanted to dangle them in front of a hot girl I would. But I won't. I go and I get who I was the funniest comic.
Right.
And every girl I ever use, it's because I respect them and love them as a friend. Like, yeah, I can use you on the show. Want to come? Like, I'm not utilizing, hey, I can give her a host spot on that shit show. Maybe I'll bang her.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, never. Like, and I have shows that we can put people on. I've never thought about it like that. So I put women on the shows all the time because I like that diversity.
Yeah.
I like the diversity.
That's what I'm
People
saying.
On the shows are funny girls. That's
Yeah.
it. Funny girl on the show. And I'm not confused. Like they were talking about how the comedy scene in New York is a men's club, and then on that XM Sirius Radio with Sean Donnelly, they like mentioned all the bookers of the clubs, and they're like, all the New York clubs are booked by women.
Yeah.
Candy and Stand Up New York. You got West Side Comedy with Gina. You got The Cellar with Esty. Linda Rowe for Dangerfield. And they said one more. Oh, Stand Up New York. I mean, New York Comedy Club has a like. It's women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Caroline, I think it's a woman.
Sometimes it's people not happy with their career, so they're trying to find something to blame.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's easy to blame. Like, it's like, well, maybe you're just not good, or you're good, but you're not good. And we're all good. We're all kind of good. We ain't getting shit. A lot of us ain't getting shit we want to get.
Right.
I think I'm pretty good, but some people think I suck. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Be like, because you'll see it even with like our peers, like white. They have too many white guys. It's like, I'm not. I mean, come on. If you're fucking murdering.
Yeah, they don't have too many of that.
No, they don't. If they don't have too many of that, they have too many mediocre white guys. Yeah, which is us.
Too many. Yeah, absolutely. They have too many regular, everyday, average white guys.
We have plenty of white guys with nothing else to offer. Yes, we're chock full of you. Get something to offer, and then you'll.
Let me rephrase. We're chock full of what you're offering.
Right. Yeah. So that's the way I choose to look at it. It's like.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not because I'm male and I'm white.
Why be bitter? You know what I mean? Because like that bitter approach, I must just quit, man.
Exactly. It's like if I'm
never gonna not be a white guy.
You should quit.
Give it up.
If you're that bitter, just quit. That's it. Like, why would you want to do something where you feel?
I don't know anything else. How would you want to hang out at a place that you know no one likes you? Is what you're basically saying. The industry doesn't want you. No one wants you. Audiences love my life. Yeah. So are you here for the audience, or are you here for all the other horse shit you like to complain about?
Yeah. Study comedy, and if you go back to the fucking 1950s when they interviewed these famous guys, who's the funniest guy back then? They'll name some guy you've never fucking heard of.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, Timmy Bonanza, dude, he used to fucking improv this shit.
Timmy Bonanza.
Oh, and like he was the crazy. I don't even know why he didn't make it. Everybody loved him. You know what I mean? It happens.
Yep.
It's a lottery.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lottery.
Chris Rock was on a podcast years ago, and he was like, they were like, who are the guys? Some of the guys you came around with when you first started. He was like, it was guys like Ronnie Wilkerson. Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Said Ronnie Wilkerson was the guy.
Yeah.
This was in the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just weird. It's gonna stay in the news. It's gonna stay.
I want it.
I guess it's good that it's staying
because I think it's a good thing for women to be able to take control and maybe start to balance it out a little bit. If all the women start really saying what they really want and feel from the workplace, from their bosses, from their coworkers themselves or their peers, that they're saying this is what we want, this is how we want to be treated. If it's all out there, maybe some of the monkey brains that are in our male counterparts' fucking heads, our male compadres, maybe the monkey brains will start. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, we are evolving. Some guys are not evolving. Some guys still want to be the 50s and 60s with the woman at the house, do the laundry, let me pinch your ass. And there's a lot of broads.
You mean the glory days? We get it, Mike.
Like there's a lot of women who want that. Yeah. That's what they wanted. They would pump that in their brain, get married, have kids, be a wife, take care of your house. And if you are a woman who doesn't want that, they look at you like, these bitches, why? Fuck it, just go, like, they hate on them too.
It's like all the women that, like, remember when Trump did the grab the pussy thing and all these other women were like, women were mortified. This guy, rapist, can't be our president. And other women are like, he's fucking guy talking guy shit.
Yeah, right.
Fucking guy. That's who I really feel. You know who I really feel bad for through this whole thing? Billy Bush. Billy fucking Bush only heard a conversation. He was part of a conversation about sexual assault, laughed at it, lost his career. Motherfucker didn't touch anybody. Didn't throw his dick to anybody. Didn't tell anybody. Didn't ask anybody. Billy Bush was on a bus. He was like, ha ha. And they're like, well, you laughed at that?
Right.
You were taking your whole life away. Whoa.
Your life is away. He's elected president. Your life is gone.
Yeah, he's
the guy who heard it. Out of here.
That's how
the guy who said he did it elected.
That's how crazy it is now. You can't even be a part of the conversation. You can't even be like, Oh, you were in the restaurant when Tommy was talking about touching a woman, and you chuckled. Yeah. You're going to jail. Why am I going to jail? And Tommy is ruler of America. What?
But Tommy touched.
But he said it in a funny way. Laughter's involuntary. I didn't choose to laugh. He said, it's crazy. But that's
wow, it's crazy.
That's what I want the news to talk about. Fucking Billy Bush, get him his job back.
Yeah.
Instead of, they should have a petition that be like, all right, in light of fucking Charlie Rose showing his dick to 100 people and everybody, can we?
Dude, let me just say something. And I like Charlie Rose's like one-on-one interviews, but on John Oliver, he'll show.
Yeah.
Every time he would show a Charlie Rose clip, I always saw a creepy dude, bro. He was creepy to all the women.
Yeah.
His comments are like a creepy old dude. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
He says he felt these things were consensual. You know what I mean? He said it. Right. He's like, I feel bad if these women felt that way, but I was under the assumption this was all fine.
Right.
Which leads me to tell you, it's like, okay, 25 women are okay with this. One doesn't have to be, and you're like, well, I didn't know. I mean, there's one that, like, how many were okay with this?
That's, I think, the good lesson that'll come out of this.
Yeah.
Because what'll happen is that guy will learn, okay, maybe women aren't okay with this, and I'm not going to roll the dice to find her.
Right, and I think, like you said, we're evolving. There's the old school generation, old school of doing things.
Yeah.
We're evolving. I mean, when would this stuff be such a conversation? It wouldn't be without the internet and the 24-hour news cycle.
Right.
That's why it was easy to bury things back in the 80s and early 90s, because like nobody gave a shit. Everyone had you're like, if it wasn't on the front page of that paper, it wasn't a thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We had President Clinton that was banging broads, apparently against their will. Women said... Women actually said President Clinton raped me, and we're like, we like this guy.
Yeah.
But he plays the saxophone. Okay.
Yeah.
But he plays the saxophone on a black talk show. Okay, forget it then. Rape schmape.
But those are, again, allegations that without social media, just for that, allegations.
Right.
They didn't go anywhere. But now an allegation is a conviction.
It's crazy.
And that's the harmful part. Women, speak up, speak your mind, and let us know what bothers you. But the negative aspect of this is your ex-girlfriend can say, Joe Fernandez, he forced me to do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're guilty unless you can prove it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Scary, man. Scary time. Oh, I'm glad I'm married. Don't have to worry about doing shit like that.
You don't have to worry about
navigating
like it. But
I was never a creep before that, so I don't think.
No, it's true.
You know what I mean?
If we're driving with a girl, like innocently, you don't even know what you're doing. Like, oh, I'll ride up to the show with you. All right, let's go. And then you take her off. You're like, yeah, take care. That was a good show. And then the next day, Joe tried to touch me when he dropped me off at the house.
Yeah.
It's it. You did.
Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it threw me when that girl was creeped out that I remembered her
like
from.
that.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life.
No.
You thought that was creepy? Get the fuck out of here. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's fucking makes you not want to talk to people. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Like, I will never talk to a young female comedian again because I don't know. If I say she's funny, oh, you hitting on me? Oh, no, whoa. I like jokes. You know, it's lunacy. But yeah,
hey,
what?
Have you? I mean, I don't want to get off the air right now. If you have something else to say, I just wanted to ask you. Have you watched? There's a new show called Smilf. Have you watched it?
No, but I heard it's good.
I fucking love it, man.
Yeah, I think my aunt told me about it.
It's kind of gritty. It's girly. It leans a little towards, the feminine, like feminism thing, but I love it. The girl who's, like the star is Frankie Shaw. She's the writer.
Yeah.
Just badass, man. She's a pretty girl, beautiful blue eyes, but that's beside the point. She's badass in the show. She has a little kid, like a biracial kid, that it's set in Boston. Mm-hmm. She's like lower class. Rosie O'Donnell's in it. She plays like her mom, kind of like nut job in it. It's really good, man.
I heard good things.
Good gritty story, like a good gritty story, like third episode. The third episode in is they're on the third episode. Like and they were already in that episode. Mocked. You remember when was it Michael Vick? No, not Michael Vick. When fucking Cam Newton said, "Oh, that's pretty funny for that you would know that."
Yeah,
as a girl.
Yeah. Routes. Woman talking about routes.
So we're talking about routes. It's pretty funny when the female talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have that kind of thing happen in this episode.
Ah, okay.
Like there's like the girl, the biracial baby daddy, the father is dating this white woman reporter, and she's asking her as he's walking to his van, asking him about what do you think about these like football terms, and he was like, "I come from you, a pretty girl like you. It's just funny to hear a girl talk like that." And it was in this episode, so I mean that's kind of current. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll check it out this weekend. Know what show I did check out that was dog shit? You almost have to watch episode 1 just to see how bad it is. White Famous.
I saw I did see that one with the first episode with Jamie Foxx and like the ball. Oh my god, it was horrible.
The worst acting I've ever. I was just like, what's going on?
Horrible.
It's garbage.
It's not funny.
Like my acting class would be better than that fucking Jay Farrow acting. It was awful. So unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like.
Way unbelievable.
I couldn't even go. Usually I'll be like, all right, first episode. I'll give it like 3 episodes. I'm like, I'm not giving this thing a second more of my life.
No, it wasn't good.
I'm like, if you can't even be believable in the first episode.
No, it wasn't good.
Like they looked like they were acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was.
Yeah, it really wasn't good.
Like way over the top. So fucking.
Did you see? Have you been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I'm so backed up. I've only watched the first episode this season, so I heard it's. I think I'm going to binge it when I'm up in Hartford this weekend because I want to try and relax all Saturday so I can drive home Saturday night. I don't want to get stuck in that Thanksgiving traffic home on Sunday.
Oh, you're in Connecticut this weekend?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and leave after the late show Saturday because that's going to suck a dick Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know, fuck that.
I'm with Jesters. Jokers up in Chester.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going back to Hotfoot. I like that gig.
Who you with?
I don't know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so.
It's a very good show. I like that guy.
Yeah, I like that guy.
He's funny. Yeah, I'm at Cove Haven Friday. That's one of the other Pocono, the other lovers retreats.
Yeah.
That's a little further up north. I'm there Friday and Saturday. I'm at Jokers.
It sounds so funny. Lovers retreats just sounds so like
so like cheeseball. I feel so bad. I told you one time, like I believe more than 50% of the people that are there every week have no idea what it was going to be like.
Yeah,
because it is so cheesy and old and fucking. So dated. It's 80s, man. There's nothing to do. You're like at a hotel, like getaway, and there's nothing to do. It's just nothing.
It's fucking. That's what it's supposed to. It's a lover's retreat. You're supposed to love and then retreat.
Yeah, but it doesn't look. The rooms are so old looking and like kind of like damp smell. It's just not good,
Don't
man.
you hate that, man? That's like this hotel I stayed in Florida. The hotel, I'm getting the hallway. It's gross. I'm like, what the fuck? But I get into the room. It's fucking updated. I'm like, why'd you stop? Like you ruined everything, but but it's like the hallway should be the easiest. Fucking
right.
Carpet, fucking. But you you look at all these fucking beach hotels, and they're so old. You're like, why do you guys just give up?
Right. Yeah. Well,
why don't you reinvest and make it nice again?
How many? Yeah, I don't know. How many people are fucking like? How many hotels do we need out there? Like,
I feel like hotels go till they get shut down by the Board of Health, and then that's when they update. It's like when it's unhealthy to be here, that's when we'll put money into it.
Everyone is getting bed bugs and dying of mold. I guess we'll fix it.
That's what you gotta do. You know what I mean? We've been getting 1-star TripAdvisor reviews for 5 years now. 4 people died, so it's time to shampoo this carpet. It's like that.
We can take a hint.
It's like that hotel we were at in fucking Lancaster that one time.
Oh my God!
I go, can I get a new room? They're like, why? I'm like, because the carpet is wet, and I don't like that on my feet. I don't know how you have carpet at home, but is it wet? Like, and then
it was so gross.
That place was so.
I couldn't even sleep. That's how gross it was. I was just like wide awake, feeling bed bugs.
I've said to myself now, especially if it's a one-nighter far away, where it's like too far to drive home, like I'll blow all my money that I made just to fucking sleep in a decent place if they give me a grimy place like that. I'm living quality of life now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the gig pays me 100 and the room is 110, but it's 5 hours, I'm down 10. I'm not sleeping in someone's fucking schmegma in Old Murder.
Yeah.
No.
Old Murder. New Murder's fine.
Well, New Murder, I hope it's like, if there's a body in there, I'd be like, can I get a new room? Why is the carpet wet? Nah, a little different. Dry carpet, dead guy. If you have a choice between if these are the only 2 rooms you have left, I'll take wet carpet because that guy stinks and he's staring at me. So,
mine, like the Cove Haven on Friday. Actually, their rooms are okay. I mean, like the rooms are just dated, man. It's like dated. Some of them have tube TVs. Some of them have, small
tube TVs. Fucking kill yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
You can get a 60-inch Vizio for $25 at Walmart. You know what I mean? It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I have another complaint about hotels. What's with the design of the cable? It's like the number. It's like okay. It's channel 2, 4, 6, 6-2, 6-5, 8, 9, 25-2. Why? Why is HBO 25-2? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right to it. I can't get directly to it because 25-2 doesn't go in the fucking remote. I got to change it to it.
And they don't have a guide that you can scroll through. Yeah. You got to find the laminated fucking thing.
But that guy's never what the TV is.
No.
And then how come it's not like normal cable? How come it's just not like normal channels?
Yeah. Like Channel 4 News is 6-2. You're like, why? Should be on Channel 4.
Well, they got the Spanish channel. In my neighborhood, it's like, 17, 18, 19. That's Spanish. Not 62, 63, 70.
And they change channel. Like it goes black and then comes on.
Yes.
Black, 10 seconds, and then goes on. It's like, what's with the gap?
Yeah, you're like changing, like, is there a channel here or is this a non-channel? And you're like, good, there. Oh, it is a channel. Like, if the guy on the top would tell me I'm on the Food Network, I'll wait for it to come on. Yeah. But I don't even know what I'm on. It just says channel 31-4. And is this a thing? I don't know if it's a thing.
That's fucking...
Yeah, it's why. I don't get it.
It's fucking... It's like it's a hotel cable horse shit. It's like they designed it to... There's got to be some reason.
It runs in to one main cable, input, and it goes out to 50 beds that maybe that's why it's like a weird converter box that takes 32-2. Like it isn't just like a regular channel like us.
Yeah, it's just it's unnecessary. Unnecessary. It's
You don't know what the fucking deal. You just know
it's unnecessary.
I do. I get it.
It's just so frustrating. You're like,
Get it. Yeah.
I don't even care if you numbers don't line up. All right, channel 4 is on channel 6, fine. But it's the dashes. I got to find someone that works for these cable companies. Like, why? Yeah. I hope he goes because we want to be dicks. I'd be like, all right, I totally accept that.
All right.
Any other answer I wouldn't accept from you. I think you're lying to me.
We don't want you to be comfortable at all. You're in a hotel.
Yeah, you're in a hotel. How's your wet carpet? I did that too.
Yeah. You look a little bit. There's a dead guy.
Yeah.
Change the channel.
Yeah.
And another thing that sucks is that I'll never remember what HBO was anyhow.
Right. You got to write down the fucking pad. You got to find a pen. Be like, I'm going to watch 62-5 for the rest of the week.
But like you never remember, like because you get bored of what was on. Oh, this is Inside Sports. I don't want to see Inside Sports. Let me change it. Oh, you're like, oh, I'm on this. I'll watch this for a little while. And you're like, what's on HBO? It's been 2 hours. Like, what channel is HBO? Fuck. What was it? Now let me go back. Click, click, click. Now, Black Station. Was that the one? Let me stop because it's dark. Oh, shit. Right. No, it's not. That's not it.
Yeah. It's just fucking boo.
Fucking boo.
Fucking boo.
Well, anyway, the Poconos rooms are just dated. Being in Target, I'm looking at all these TV sales, bro. Fucking, I just can't justify spending money, no matter how much I'm saving.
Right.
But there's some stupid deals, man.
Yeah.
They had which I wanted so bad, the 55-inch curved, the Samsung curved.
Yeah.
It looks so nice, man. And it was on sale. It was on sale for like $4.99.
Uh-huh.
And they had 15% off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. For the 55-inch curved.
Yeah, I got to buy the TV for my new room.
Is it done?
Yeah, it is. There's heat in there now. Nice. Fucking couch. I'm putting the desk together. I think next week's podcast will be from the room.
Nice.
Yeah. Right. Bathroom's done. Fucking they little touch up here and there they got to do and shit, but it's livable.
And the roofing, everything on the outside's done?
No, they got to do the outside. We got the inside done. The inside is livable, and then they got to do siding and make the patio in the backyard. And I assume that will go fast because they don't get their final payment till that's done.
Yeah,
because we're going to be out of our hair now because we are living. We can now live in the house, so it's like.
Right. Yeah.
It's already the winter. We've lost use of the backyard anyway, so. I
cannot believe that we started talking about that room last September.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, if we just get the ground broke by September and then we can get to October, the guy says as long as we're done by December, it can maybe be ready by January. And it's.
We broke ground in February. That's how fucking bad, how off it's been. It's fucking insane.
Well, it's crazy.
It's fucking insane, man. I'll never do it again. I mean, I don't have to. I'm living here, and then wherever I retire to, or I'm dying here. That's
your plan?
That's my plan. I'm either dying in this house or going to go live in an apartment somewhere near a beach. I'm not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, what do I? Yeah.
I don't want to be near a beach. I want to be. I don't know where I want to be.
I don't want to be on the water. I just want to be closer to the beach because I do like the beach. Yeah. I want to be within like a 10-minute ride to the beach.
All right, like a tandem bike. You and the missus.
Oh yeah, a bike ride would be nice, but even a 10-minute car ride.
Would you do a tandem bike? Would you guys?
No, those suck. I've done them. They're very hard. They're not that great because the other person always starts sucking, and then you're fucking riding two bikes with a person. It's fucking not. It's always It's good if you have a good fucking.
You know what you do? You make her ride the front. You're like, no, we can do tandem. You just be the front. I'm gonna pedal fast, and if you slow down, I'll slow down. It's all on you.
Yeah, no, I've tried it both ways. You still wind up fucking. It's harder in the back when the person in front sucks. Because all that weight in front.
Yeah, you're pushing.
Yeah,
you're not pulling them.
No,
pushing them.
Yeah, it sucks. That's
so no tandem bike.
No tandem. I'm only tandem bikes if somebody that looks like they fucking work out regularly wants to do it with me. Like, you know what I mean?
First of all, you looking random people to tandem bike with you?
If you're around, like.
I'm not tandem bike with you. I don't care how fucking healthy you look. It ain't gonna be me and you on a tandem bike. I can tell you that right now.
Well, who looks at us and says healthy?
No, nobody.
Nobody ever said that in their life.
Yeah, but you
those boys look healthy. The only time we look healthy is when we're hanging out with James and Joe Conti. Then we're like, look, who are those Adonises?
They must be their trainers.
Yeah, those must be their gym trainers.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna end this podcast because my wife wants to go to bed. She's like,
all right, I hear you. Yeah.
So I'll be in Hartford. I mean, if you live up in Hartford, come see me at the City Steam Brewery. It's an awesome show. They do one show Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Awesome food and
the Brouhaha.
The Brouhaha. I love that place. It's one of my favorite clubs. I always look forward to performing there. And,
it's taco time.
Oh fuck! That's all I'm eating. Fish tacos, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna take a walk and get a Woody's hot dog on Saturday for lunch.
Living the dream.
Living the dream, baby. Or I'm gonna go to Catsup
right overlooking Dunkin' Donuts Park.
Yeah. I want to get booked there in the fucking summer where I can go to a game.
I know.
Maybe we can make it happen next summer. Me and you get fucking booked there. We'll fucking do a game and
I'll
shit.
Try that.
We'll gotta look at the schedule of the game so we can make sure there's an afternoon Saturday game.
Yes, because I was there and there was a nighttime Saturday game. Kind of fucked me. I was there in the summer.
Oh, maybe those minor leagues only do nighttime because people don't fuck.
No, it just happened to be like Mother's Day weekend. So nighttime Saturday and then like a daytime Sunday.
Yeah, let's do that.
And, yeah.
Fuck. So where you at? You're at Jester's, right?
I'm at Cove Haven Friday and Jester's Saturday.
Awesome, man.
Jester's, it's Jokers, not Jester's. Jokers in Chester, New York.
Jokers in Chester, New York. Nice. Hey, if you're in the North Jersey area, our friend Mark Riccadonna is recording his CD at the Comedy Shop in Pompton Plains this Saturday, so I'll help plug that for him. So Mark's a very funny comedian, so if you're not where me and Mike are at, if you live in North Jersey, go to the Comedy Shop at Pompton Plains. Mark Riccadonna, CD recording. You won't be disappointed. KP Burke is opening up for him. Well, shout out. All right, you can come after the feature, but Mark's funny. So yeah, go to MikeGaffneyLive.com to see all of Mike's dates. Go to JoeFernandez.net to see mine. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. You've been listening to All in Our Heads.